Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is a great honor for me to be invited and participate in this important event, which is taking place during these historic times in the Arab world. Your gathering here this week could not be more opportune, and especially in this great country of Egypt. Young Arab women and men have brought about epochal change in their countries and have demonstrated the great potential and the too often undervalued asset that youth is for this region. Allow me, Your Excellencies, to present a few messages from the World Bank as we focus over the next few days on how best to build opportunities for young people in the Arab world, today and for the future. My messages will focus, in essence, on the broad issue of promoting human development in the Arab world. Social protection and social cohesion are of central importance now more than ever. Arab societies are facing a broad set of challenges: unemployment rates among the highest in the developing world, high joblessness even among the highly educated, low participation rates of women in the labor force. A variety of factors influence the employment realities in the region. In short, Arab world economies have not been very successful in creating jobs, and the jobs that are available are often and to a large extent of low quality. To quote the statistics, more than 60% of the labor force in the region works in informal, low value-added jobs and produces less than 30% of aggregate GDP. Vulnerability and exposure to shocks are also high. These factors are likely to progressively erode the social fabric of these economies, and we are seeing the impact of these structural problems already, unless a strong commitment from all is made to address the many sources of exclusion. This said, the Arab world has tremendous potential in its human and natural resources. Successfully tapping this potential will require strong ownership and concerted and targeted policies. As the Arab world is now at a unique juncture, experience and knowledge from other countries, if well adapted to the context of the region, can help in identifying and implementing successful interventions to promote human development and open up opportunities. It is by now acquired that well-designed social safety nets are a core and structural feature of any sustainable growth process. The experience in many countries, including Latin America, Eastern Europe, and South Asia, has shown that social safety nets are an important instrument to reduce poverty, promote equity, withstand crisis, and successfully sustain investment in human capital, such as better learning and better health. Rigorous impact evaluations have shown that a new generation of youth programs was able to effectively link young people to labor markets and improve school-to-work transition, employability, and earnings. Programs such as Jóvenes or Youth with More and Better Employment, both of which in Latin America, have moved from traditional in-classroom training towards a more comprehensive model, which includes the provision of on-the-job training, services such as counseling and mentoring, job search and placement assistance, soft and light skills training, and very importantly, links with the continuously evolving reality of the private sector. There are also many emerging examples of innovative interventions within the Arab world that look very promising. These include, but are not limited to, entrepreneurship programs that accompany beneficiaries through awareness campaigns, development of business plans, and practical training on how to keep books, access markets, and comply with regulations. These entrepreneurship programs often provide seed funding to startup activities and have proven to effectively promote job creation and sustain growth. While the structural unemployment problem of the region can be fully addressed only with broad and multi-sectoral policy interventions, progress can be made to improve opportunity and inclusion already in the short term. And this is very urgent now, as everyone here appreciates, I'm sure. The World Bank can and is ready to play a role in this process together with the other development partners. Together is the key word here. Now more than ever, ownership by a broad set of stakeholders, governments, private businesses, unions, civil society groups, and other international or regional agencies is essential to open up opportunities for all and unlock the potential of the region. As I'm sure you know, the World Bank works in many areas and sectors with its focus on poverty reduction. In particular, improving access to social and economic opportunity is at the core of our human development agenda. The challenge of creating jobs and providing adequate social protection in the Arab world is extremely prominent in the World Bank's work. For example, in addition to our operational and technical engagement, we are now completing a regional study on informal work, and we launched a large regional effort to understand how to improve employability for youth. Indeed, an important role of the World Bank is its function as a knowledge bank, supporting development partners in creating knowledge, measuring results, and promoting knowledge transfers and exchange across countries. Contextualizing the international evidence, working together with development partners, and building on each stakeholder's strengths can powerfully translate into relevant knowledge and capacity that can respond to the specific challenges of each country and can be an agent of change. In this spirit, and in these important times for the region, the Arab Labour Organization and the World Bank have initiated a collaboration to promote dialogue on employment among a broad set of stakeholders in view of strengthening institutional capacity and through this support better employment outcomes in the region. This collaboration will include building a platform for better and more effective use of data for evidence-based policy making, which could take the form, for example, of a regional labour markets observatory. Together with the Arab Labour Organization, we are also preparing a joint event as a forum to stimulate a dialogue about policy making in labour markets among all concerned parties, discuss new research findings, and bring in international experience and good practice examples. We very much look forward to this collaboration, and we join all here present in congratulating Dr. Luqman for his re-election. I have by now taken up almost all of my time. Let me just reiterate the World Bank's commitment to help create opportunities and support employment creation and effective social protection in the Arab world. We are determined to make a difference together in partnership. Thank you. Shukran.